All right, what's up, everybody? This is Adam with Capital Chaos TV, and this is Tom with Hellyeah.
Yes, it is. How are you?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Doing great. Thank you.
That's excellent. Good to hear. So we're going to go ahead and kick this thing off real quick. We're on the Blood for Blood tour. How that's going so far?
This will be the third night, and still getting my stage legs, but so far, so good.
Okay, cool. Yeah. That actually takes care of one of my questions, so we're good on that one. How many? What date is this so far?
So number 3.
All right, number 3. How's it going so far?
It's going good.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
How many dates are on this tour?
23, 24, I think.
So it's a good length.
It's a good month, you know. I mean, I don't like going on too long of tours anymore. I mean, 2 months is cool, but a month is even better.
Okay, cool. I can dig that.
Yeah.
So here we go. I thought about this earlier. What is maybe some of the funnest cities you've been to, or the rowdiest cities?
The rowdiest?
Yeah.
I would say anywhere in Australia is fun and rowdy and nuts. It's like a big Texas kind of. It's a lot of fun. Playing back home in Baltimore, where I live, is great fun all the time. A lot of friends. You know, it's really hard to narrow down. I could probably London, England is fantastic.
I've got a couple friends out in London actually, and gathering from what they've told me, it seems like the London scene's pretty fun out there.
It's awesome. It's a lot of fun, and I think they've seen it all. I mean, obviously that's where some of the birth of some of the greatest music that ever came into our existence is from. But it's a lot of fun. Great people. Definitely.
All right, cool. Well, let's talk about the new album, or I mean, I guess newish album, right?
It's came out in July, so it's pretty new still.
Okay.
I would say.
Cool. So the title is Blood for Blood. Can you explain to me a little bit about the title? Because it's kind of rough, which leads into some of my other questions down the line.
You know, that's more of a Chad question, but I think his whole take was, you know, eye for an eye, blood for blood, tooth for tooth kind of a thing. I mean, we kind of like put ourselves out there with this record and gave it everything we got, and it's what we're expecting back from everybody that's either working with our band or the fans. You know, just meet us halfway. We're giving you our life right here on the platter, so give us yours too.
Okay, fair enough. And it seems like it too, which leads into my next question. I personally have been a fan of you guys since you came out. Like, I was in the Army, and I can remember being in Afghanistan just jamming you guys, you know, going on patrols and stuff, and thinking, hell yeah, dude, these guys are awesome. And when you guys got together, I mean, it was like the best of everything. You know, I mean, you got a little bit of Pantera, Nothing Face, you got Mudvayne, and there was a ton of good stuff in there.
Right.
However, what I noticed listening to this album was it seems like you guys have kind of taken a whole new level. Like, you guys are, in my opinion, you guys have gotten that much better in this album.
All right. I'll accept that.
All right. And so I guess kind of what my question is, what helped you guys make that change? What with this new role of just getting out there, what spawned that?
Well, a couple factors I would say. One, we worked with a producer for the first time, which helps you out in a lot of different ways, because when you're self-producing your music, you're looking at it, you know, from within, and not, you know, somebody else looking at it that might have another creative option and whatnot. But also, I think because, you know, we parted ways with Greg, who was another, you know, big contributor to our songwriting and stuff in the past. I really was not a fan of, you know, the party metal shit. You know, the drink drank drunks and the alcohol and ass and stuff. I mean, I'm only one guy in the band, you know what I mean? But when it was time to do this record, it kind of fell on my lap to record it all. I mean, to write everything. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna write the kind of music that I like to listen to, that I like to play, and how I envisioned this band being from the very beginning, when it was just me and Chad.
Okay, and good deal.
You know, it took 7 years to do it, but we found our recipe.
Well, and there again, you kind of seem to be jumping on my questions a little bit, which is fine. I was gonna, you know, I noticed that there wasn't really any party songs, so to speak, on this album, and I was gonna ask you, you know, I also heard that you were more of you had a stronger writing role in this this album than the last.
Pretty much wrote
albums.
everything on this album, musically, that is. And no, I'm not a party metal dude. You know, I'm a hardcore kid who doesn't have any kind of like ties to that, you know, hillbilly anthem shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, you know, it's not a part of my psyche. You know what I mean? So, you know, that kind of came, when Greg was in the band. It's the kind of stuff that he brought in, the kind of riffs, the kind of, you know, lent to that kind of writing, I would say. You know, where I'm a little bit more on the real heavier extreme side of things, you know, with the War and Me type of stuff. You know? But on this album, yeah, I mean, it was just myself and Vinny and Chad, and, you know, there's only one person here that could actually write the music, so I just kind of took it by the balls and said, this is what we're going to do, and boom, here it is.
Cool, excellent. And so getting into a couple of the songs from the album, I was listening to Demons in the Dirt, and, you know, I watched the lyric video from it, and, like, to me, lyrically and instrumentally, that it's a beast of a song. I've even heard people say, man, this must have really, you know, somebody must have gotten them real pissed off to write the song. So I'm not necessarily asking from a lyrical point of view, because you're not Chad, but from a music point of view or instrumental point of view, you know, what got that going in you? What fueled that fire?
Again, it's just a part of, like, just my makeup, you know what I mean? It's just kind of how I write songs. You know, I'll do aggressive and violent, brutally violent type of music that just comes naturally, I guess. You know, it's just the OCD part of my brain, I guess. And then on the flip side, you have songs like Moth and Hush,
definitely,
which are the same person, but it's like the bipolar, the other extreme end of it, like the desperate, lonely, emotionally frustrated part of me. And the other side is all right, you know, I'm gonna rip your fucking neck out type of music, you know. But, you know, I guess, and then Chad, of course, he's just a man with a lot to say, and he's got a way with words, and so
definitely,
you know, he just, me and him just have a great connection musically as far as songwriting partners.
Cool.
And Vinny as well. You know, I mean, I don't sit down there and come up with these riffs without influence from him, because he's writing these beats, and sometimes the shit he'll come up with will lead me into other parts and helps me finish, because I don't come in with like an entire song done. It's just an idea,
right?
You know what I mean? And it's only one little ingredient. You know, it takes other ingredients to make it work right.
Well, and I know writing music, you know, it's cool writing riffs, but as soon as you hear that power behind the drums, like that, okay, now I should do this maybe here because he just did that, or, you know, vice versa.
It absolutely does, yeah.
And I'm glad that you mentioned, you know, Hush, you know, and some of the, I don't want to say softer songs, but some of the,
I don't mind that,
lighter songs, you know, because that's part of what,
moodier songs.
Yeah, that's what drew me to think, man, this is such a diverse album for these dudes. Like that was one of the things that really made me realize, like, man, these guys are, you know, you've been doing it for some years now, and to see growth after 7 years, I think that says something about the members of the band.
I agree. You know, I'm glad you mentioned, you know, you take that, because it means a lot. You know, I mean, that's, I don't think music in a, you know, like when we do an album, I don't want it to be one note. You know what I mean? It's got to be a journey, and take the listener on a nice, like I said, a journey. You know what I mean? Whether it's really heavy or mid-tempo, or just, you know, bring them up really high and bring them back down. Bring them, you know what I mean? Just kind of a roller coaster ride of emotions and stuff. Okay,
cool. I'm gonna go ahead and get close to wrapping this up. I got a couple fan questions for you, and one of them's real easy. My buddy Joe Park wanted to know, do you like bacon?
I love bacon.
There you go. Fair enough. We're both chefs, so there
bacon,
goes that.
I think the pig is the greatest natural gift given to man.
Excellent.
Especially cooked.
Okay, good deal, good deal. And then I guess my question from I thought of this morning, actually, as I was kind of coming up with questions. What did you do before music? I mean, everybody kind of has to start somewhere before you got doing tours and doing all that. What'd you do just as a person?
To make money, kind of a thing?
Yeah, like as a job.
Oh, I ran a tattoo shop.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a manager of a tattoo shop, and I did all kinds of stuff, man. I hustled, a lot of drugs, and I'm from Baltimore, man. You got to figure things out.
Yeah. Good deal. All right, man. Well, I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Do you have anything you want to say to the fans as far as what's coming up next with you guys, or what you want to see out of everybody?
Yep, just continue to support, and we thank you for that, and just spread the word and eat lots of bacon, man.
Hey, fair enough. Well, once again, this is Adam with Capital Chaos TV, hanging out with Tomcat Maxwell, guitarist of Hellyeah. Check him out. If you're not here today, catch him on tour. And that's it.
That's it. Thank you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, this is Chuck Billy from Testament, and I'm blowing it up.
Blowing it up. Blowing up.
On Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos. Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos TV.
Motherfucker.